Apex is pulling him in quickly.
Oh, it's bloody close.
Oh, is it a dead heat? I think it's a dead heat.
He's going to work off the wheelie again.
Yes, both.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that Corvette is fast.
Look at how many cars are trying to go through here. They're 3 wide coming through. Squiddy's got fed out into the wall. They're 2 wide coming up through the cutting.
Oh, he's making a move on Viking Racer now into the dipper and does it. He's caught around the outside into the dipper. What a move.
Oh, he runs a little bit wide. He's on the grass.
Keep it clean. Come on, Oil, bring it home.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Showman's got the run.
Stand finish. Who's going to get it? Showman's got it. Oh, he's just taken out the win on the
Left side down the hill. Captain's got his nose in front just barely.
Hey guys, welcome back. We've had a bit of a technical difficulty with our stream, but we are back up and running, and hopefully we will be running through to the end now without any more hiccups as we catch up with qualifying. We got Apex Humpo's just jumped to the top, the 129.6, followed closely by Goat, separated by 0.25 of a second.
Tombo third, also separated by 0.25 seconds to Goat, and Adam 0.08 seconds behind Tombo. This is very close in the top 4.
It's very tight. We've got quarter of a second or 3/10 back to Seckers, and CCH 0.42 of a second behind him, but still in the 29s. So very, very quick times here by these guys for sure.
Yes, unfortunately for us commentators, we cannot tell how long quali is left because the timer is not being displayed for us.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but we've got KZ in 7th, Dale in 8th, Squiddy in 9th.
Yeah, and Dale's about to cross the finish line. Let's see if he can improve on his previous lap, or is he peeling into the pits? No, he's still going, keeping to the left-hand side of the track. Did he improve? Oh, it's the same lap time as he set previous lap. It's like talk about his consistency.
Goat's just taken pole there with 29.59. That's very, very quick time around here.
It's very quick, and I think Apex had a bit of an issue coming to the back straight. Not sure what happened there. Oh, in fact, there's a bit of a chaos at Jun Sao. Apologies if I said that wrong. I think something happened to Casey or something.
Corbin and Seckers there. We may have just run to the end of qualifying, but looks like those guys may have just pulled up. Yeah, it looks like we're...
it's blinking final lap, so yeah, that's it. That's quality for them. So if there are no more improvements, then the grid is set. And there we go.
That's it.
That's it.
So 6 laps on medium, so everyone's going to have to swap to the medium tyre now, and if they don't, there are severe penalties afoot, so everyone's going to have to definitely make sure they get their pit crew to change the tyres over to the mediums.
Yeah,
with
hefty
Goat
penalty,
taking...
naughty.
Yeah, naughty. Goat on pole, followed by Apex and Tombo in the Drive 25, slightly castrated Godzillas. And then Adam V10 and Scooter are our top 5.
And Zeus joined very late, so he'll probably start at the back, or he cannot join. Yeah, I don't think he can join.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They would have to do a manual grid, I think, if they want him to join. So I'm not sure if they do that. Yes, it looks like they will be. So they will be entering a manual grid there to allow Zoo to join.
But currently, on pole, we have PLE Goat driving for CP Motorsports, followed by Apex Humper, driving for the new Drive 25 Sim Sports, owned by Tombo, who is in 3rd. It's his 2nd stint as team owner. Lord help us.
Yeah, Tombo, a great team leader, a great team owner. He's definitely had some experience, and he's recruited very, very well this season as well. Those guys are looking very strong.
And as Dale is setting up the grid, because apologies, we haven't haven't actually given like a grid rundown per se. So I'm just gonna try to give that to the ladies and gentlemen.
We'll run through. Looks like everyone's gotten the memo from the stewards to change tyres. Everyone's sitting there on the yellow painted medium tyres, so that's good. Doesn't look like there's going to be any hands slapped at the end of this race, so that's fantastic.
Everyone
as we see
on the red tyres.
As we see Tombo going out for some last minute practice laps on the mediums, get a feel for those mediums after coming off the softs, see how they feel, make sure everything's nicely squared away with his skyline.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
the Nissan GTR from 2013, interestingly enough, because in Gran Turismo 7, there's also the 2018 Nissan GTR, but no one's gone for that in Drive 25 Sim Sports.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of choices in that Nissan stable. There's some older Skylines, there's a new 18 model Skyline, and then there's this one. And this one was the OP car until the latest update, where it has gotten a bit of a nerf. They are just having a little bit more trouble with it than they were in the last few rounds, but it looks like the guys have got it back up to pace. And
the GTR is a complete weapon, especially during our time in GT Sport. Fun memories with that car.
Yeah, it's a beast. So as the guys wait patiently in the pit lane for the manual grid to be set.
I think it's set, so top 3 we've already introduced, and starting in 4th we have Adam V10. He is driving not for V Corsa but as a privateer.
Yeah, he's bringing back the history of some history there from Wheel to Wheel seasons past in donning the V Corsa livery. That's of course is Adam's old team, which was very successful and always had really nice bright V Corsa liveries, which were always really spectacular. So here we go. It looks like we're going to get a start underway.
We wait for the 5 red lights to come on. Any revs from our drivers? Oh, interestingly enough, Adam V starting from 2nd gear. 5 lights are up.
And we're off and racing in round 5. We've got a great start. Looks like Goat's off to a great start there. So Apex is going to move over and cover Apex off in the inside. He has. Adam V10's gotten a great start in that Corvette. He's harassing Tombo and he's moved into 3rd place. So a great start there by Adam. And back in the field, it's very congested. We've got a couple of quadrifolio cars. Looks like they're banging doors. And we have some privateers there in Scooter, and Corbin has moved to the back.
Side by side. Casey to Corbin for 7th place. Oh, but they're still side by side. Corbin with the switchback, and he's back to 7th.
He's got Tombo and Seconds are battling into that corner, but looks like Tombo's taking that back.
It looked like he was struggling for a bit there. Sent it to Tombo.
Side by side again.
Is this going to keep up on the way to Alex Albon corner? Any shenanigans there? Oh, I think there's a bit of contact from Scooter to Sekis. And I think everything is in order as we approach the final corner, quote unquote.
As we cross the first lap, we've got PLE Goat in 1st place, followed by Apex and Adam V10, who's having a cracking outing in that Corvette.
Then we have Tombo. Slightly falling back to Adam. There's still a lot of time to catch up. Sekis driving for Scuderia Portfolio, the previous season's team's champions. This time driving the Jag yet again. Followed by Scooter 82. He's a privateer this time, being released from, what was it, El Plan? Yeah, it was El Plan. Yeah,
it didn't really go to El Plan for El Plan, but
nah.
We've got KZ
We got-
in the second Quadrifoglio Jag. Easy clean.
Okay. Oh,
As he's got
bit of
very
contact.
close to the
Yeah,
rear
a bit
end of
naughty,
that Jag.
naughty from my former team boss there.
And his apex has fallen down to third. Something's happened there. We've missed that.
Oh
Adams-
yeah, Herbs,
Adams-
do we have the replay function now?
No.
Fantastic stuff
we've-
indeed.
We've gone backwards from GT Sport, unfortunately.
But the less we talk about that, the better. Anyway.
Absolutely. And then it looks like the guys from 5th right through to 9th are nose to tail and just battling. And even 10th, DJ Stefco there right on the tail.
Yeah, so
Squiddy's-
behind KZ, we have Dale Teagues driving for AMS Excavation, Dan Hexagons, this time driving the Ford Mustang. Interesting.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that no one in that team decided to drive the GT40.
Ah, yeah, the new 4G, yeah, and also the new 4GT, a car which I've been hyping up since the game first launched.
But obviously
I'll-
not about that mid-engine life. So
I'll just say it here and now, KZ, I dare you to drive the 4GT in the second half of the season.
I don't know. I think the what are the Quadrifoglio guys going into the second half of the season? I can't remember. I think it was the I can't remember. It's
Oh, hold your thought that
3
Fiber
wide.
is, yeah, it's 3 wide, and then the 2x2 between 7 to 10. Stefco moved up to 7 from all that chaos. DJ Stefco, of course, driving for Team Dodgy Racing, sponsored by 180 Embroidery. Back down to 8th, driving a McLaren 650S. The return of the McLovin.
Yeah, PTSD for me there, but let's not talk about that
man.
season. It's,
Well, it was different. We had tuning that.
it was
during
very
that
different.
time.
Yeah, that was the nerf of all nerfs that season. That's for sure.
Yep, alright.
And,
So after all that chaos, Squid in 11th somehow made it to Div 1, driving for AMS Excavation Dan Hexagons this time. He is in that group as well. Very tight.
I do believe that Squid is driving in the new PS2 VR, PSVR 2. So
He's in VR.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't confirm because I haven't obviously spoken to him during the race, but he dives down the
did I see a
inside of turn
move?
1.
Sorry, that's Dale. It's side by side with
Dale.
Stefco for 8th. He's still side by side, and Dale's done it.
Nice move. Yeah, great move through there. Driving in the PSVR 2, and he's been raving about it in the dojo chat all week, and making me very jealous.
Well,
nearly-
fortunately for him, the lags of cars jumping around seems to be reduced. Although, Viper, correct me if I'm wrong, but does Squid have traction control on?
He may do. That might be a glitch.
Yeah, it might be a glitch.
It does look like it, yeah, because we have had a bit of a traction control problem with it's an issue with GT7 where you can't,
When you prohibit traction control, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It'll just turn
sometimes
on by itself.
correct, and it'll stay on. You can't get rid of it. But with Squid driving in PSVR 2, he has no HUD in the car, so he won't be able to see
Yes,
that,
that's
or won't
that's
be able
true.
to alter it.
Yeah, the heads-up display. Yeah, all the information of the HUD will be like altered to accommodate the VR
So
features.
he really can't see anything in that VR2 headset in regards to race information. You can get a radar, but can't see fuel usage, can't see tyre wear, can't see race position, can't see gaps to other drivers, can't see wind direction.
Or you can, but it's just scattered around. I don't know. I don't have a PSVR.
So it's very difficult. So he's probably just not aware that he has TC on.
Yeah.
So,
And
that's
just
okay.
gonna introduce the final two drivers we haven't talked about much. Zoom the latecomer, who is in the Daytona livery, driving for what's it called? Future
Motorsport.
Studios Racing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Future Studios Racing. Yes, a new team owned by Sutlad, and driving for Captain Low's side is Jonesy175 in the Suzuki VGT, who had a bit of a problem at turn 4. That's where Sebastian Vettel spun.
He's had a slight excursion there. So we'll just head back up to the front and check on the gap up there. So Goat is doing a great job for CP Motorsport. Go CP! And he's out to a 2-second lead over Adam, who's holding off Apex, and that's significant for championship implications, because if Adam can get between Goat and Apex, then that'll be an extra place and an extra few points that Goat will pick up on Apex, and it'll make it very close to the championship.
Extra bits of cushion.
Apex runs wide there. That's going to be close to a penalty. Penalties are next level on this track, so you have to be so careful. That you can pick them up everywhere. Just run.
Apex!
Apex is around.
Caught a bit of dirty air from the C7 Fed from Adam, and Tombo tried to give him a bump drop, but it didn't work.
I'll own that one. Sorry, Apex. A bit of a commentary curse there. Power is still strong.
First day back in the commentary box, and we have an Apex curse.
Yes.
Keep it coming, Viper.
It's a thing. It's real. We just don't know when it's going to strike. It's not targeted, but it does happen.
Have you taken notes from Touchy?
Yeah, well, Touchy and Adam V10 are the kings of
they're the champions.
And,
they're the champions. But speaking of champions, Goat, the season 11 champion, about to cross the finish line to take the win for race 1.
Yeah, that's a great result there for Goat. Fantastic. Coming across the line for CP Motorsport in the Porsche, flashing the lights. Well done, Goat.
Easy
Adam
done.
picks up
Adam
second. And Tombo is going to take a podium position, and that's going to have significant championship implications there, with Apex finishing in 4th.
Yeah, and then we have Seconds finishing 5th, Scooter in 6th, Corbin in 7th, Dale in 8th, Stefko in 9th, Casey 10th, Squid 11th, Zoon 12th, and we're just waiting for Jonesy to cross the finish line.
Yeah, Jonesy racing up in Div 1 here in that Suzuki. The shock selection of the year, I must say,
Suzuki,
by 13R Supersport.
Suzuki. Respect to the entirety of 13R.
Yeah, it was a shock. Everyone was extremely surprised, especially with the how high their pick was in the draft. And they chose the Suzuki, so very, very surprising. But they've made it work. They've had some victories. They dominated the Daytona Speedway round.
Oh yeah, with Stefko.
And,
that was amazing.
They've done super well, and Oil in Div 1 did a back-to-back-to-back at Laguna Seca in the first round, so he's won all 3 races there. So it's been successful.
Yeah, it's been successful. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to Captain Lowside. Hope you're watching this in Japan or wherever you are. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, some people have all the luck. I'm very jealous. Jet setting around the world.
Very jealous indeed.
It's race 2. So this is going to be the most interesting race of this round. We have a 10-lap race, soft tyres only, and we have a 1-lap hot lap qualifier for this one. So
yeah, race 2 it's definitely the race to look out for, in my opinion.
It's going to be a very, very spicy race towards the end. We're gonna see some really interesting people trying to fight for position with no tyres left. Is going to be so crucial to get your car in the right spot. And if someone can miraculously save some tyres for the end, they're going to have such an advantage over other guys who can't. So it's very, very strategic. Where do you use up your tyre? Do you slow down at the start and try and back end the race, or do you go hell for leather at the start and try and nurse it towards the back end of the race? Like it's going to be a very, very interesting race, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's got some interesting dynamics. I wonder if anyone will make a pit stop.
Oh, I don't think you can. I think it's race suicide if you pit stop here in this race. It's a 35 second
If
pit
that's
stop.
the case, yeah, it's too long. It's too long for a pit stop.
It's very, very difficult to make that up in a 10-lap race, and especially since you'd have to 50-50 the race to make it worthwhile. So you're trying to pick up 35 seconds in 5 laps. So that's
a tall order.
It's a very tall order. So I don't think we'll be seeing any pit stops here, unless something drastic happens and the whole field pit stops, which I don't see happening. I think we'll see a lot of people at the end struggling with tyre wear.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you never go
to
this.
see
How
the the McLaren, the Porsche, and even the Suzuki will do in this race, because even though the Suzuki is FR, I think it has a bit of a MR driving dynamics.
Yeah, it's a very light car. Not having driven it a lot myself, I don't really, know what the tyre wear's like, but it's a very light car with a very small capacity engine, so it could be decent on tyres. It just depends on how well it's going to use those rears. I think the rears could be the problem on that car because it's very snappy, very torquey. So wheel spin could be an issue. The MR cars, I think, are going to have a significant advantage here in not using their fronts. As much as the FR cars do. So
yeah, so FRs will be prone to understeer, and the MRs will be prone to oversteer. Ooh.
All right.
And again, when the tires are starting to wear, the cars will just slide around in general.
Yeah.
As we're gonna kick off quali.
Yeah, well, let's get this started. I'm just typing it now. And we'll kick off this.
Oh, engines are revving. And who is out first? Oh my goodness. I think Apex is out first. Yep. Scooter 8 just sniffing Apex's rear bumper.
Yeah, this is a one and done hot lap. So once they finish the lap, they'll all pull up into turn 1 and wait for the race to start. So this is going to be interesting. Get a bit of track, get a bit of open track yourself, and hopefully you can put in a banger and get your car to the front of the grid. I'm surprised to not see Goat up there with Apex. Those two normally hang out together in these kind of situations.
And also interesting that Apex Humper is still leading the field. That's not something he usually does.
Yeah, he's normally...
Might pull out.
He normally likes to hang out, but hang out towards the back and qualify last. But maybe he's trying something new after that slight mishap in the previous race.
Yeah, is he gonna pull over? No. So he's gonna start the lap at the front of the pack. This is new for Apex, I think. It's a new dynamic for him. Yep. So Scooter's gonna have the benefit of following a 3-time Division 1 champion. Can't complain about that, and can catch a bit of slipstream.
The only problem is that he'll probably disappear off into the distance, and you'll be sitting there going, why can I not keep up with that man?
Yep, and I'm gonna jump on board with Scooter, see how he does. Take turn 1 and cut in turn 2. Very, very much. Playing tight through the left-hander. Apex going wide. This is going all over the place for Apex. Come to turn 4, brake just before the 50 meter, between the 150 to be more exact. A little bit of an exit curve from Scooter there. That's gonna cost him a bit of time.
Looks like Goat's going to bring up the rear. He's just crossed the start-finish line now, so he'll have the last ride of the glide.
Yeah. Now come into the technical section of the track with Scooter. Second gear, good and left-handed. No early upshift. Coming up to Alex Albon corner. See how he does. Does he shift down to first? Nope, keeps it in second gear. Still keeping up with Apex. Long sweep on the left, bit of a lift to keep the car on track. Brake just before the 50 and is that block corner. Now straight dash, oh, a bit of a slide there, the exit, that's going to cost him a few tenths. Let's see what kind of time he does. Apex is pulling away, so I think it's safe to say Scooter's out of slipstream range. See what time Apex does, 1:30.007, not a good time for Apex in my opinion.
Yeah, he's going to
sure he's not happy with that as well.
To get the pole here.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Adam just took pole. 129.969. That's a nice number. Someone aborted his lap, man. Jonesy had a bit of a
Squid's coming across the line now. DJ Stefko. Where's Goat? Goat's coming across the line now with a
129.889.
If you take pole.
It's still close in the top 3, separated by 1/10. But yeah, Apex with a 130. He's not gonna be happy about that. He's gonna have to make up a lot of ground rates, especially with that kind of time management these drivers will have to face.
Yeah, and that skyline is super understeery when the tyres start to go, so it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
Adam to pick up P2 in that vet, it's great. He's having a great round.
Speaking of picking up, shall we jump on board with him? He had a great start race 1.
Yeah,
let's see how he goes in race 2.
3. Lights are on.
Red lights.
And we're off and racing in race 2. Adam P10 gets a great launch. He's up the inside of Goat immediately. Goat moves over to cover Apex on the inside. Adam veers straight out to the outside. Got Seckers hanging around the outside of turn 1, heading to the inside of turn 2. Adam V10 with a great launch and a great start to make a clean pass into the lead. Fantastically well done there, Adam.
Yeah, Goat driving the Porsche. Yeah, it tends to block down at the start of every race, just like how we experienced in previous season with the 911 Cup. Nothing Goat can do about that.
Yeah, it's not a great car off the start, that's for sure. Hopefully Goat can sit in behind Adam and save a bit of tyre. It might be a strategy all along, you never know.
Yeah, meanwhile Corbin in 5th, in the middle was Scuderia Portfolio sandwich of Seckers and Casey.
Yeah, Dale Teeks bringing up 8th place there in the Mustang, followed by Tombo, who's looks like he's had a rough start to this race after his podium in the last race. And Squid coming up, following him in the Damn Hexagons AMS Excavations Mustang.
Then we got Stefko following Squid in that McLaren 650S, followed by Zoo in the, again, NASCAR livery Future Studios Racing Mercedes AMG. And bring up the rear of the field, Jonesy. Drive the Suzuki VGT. Man, I really want to drive that car now. Need to get my rig up soon. Oh, as Apex and Goat, they're having a bit of a squabble for second position. Adam's just pulling away right now.
Yeah, this is about who can save the tyres. So let's run through and see after one lap what have we got here. So it looks like Corbin, as expected, has got a little bit more tyre wear than the other cars. Him being a controller driver, he's going to really struggle in this race. And we've got a couple of penalties there. We've got DJ Stefko's picked up a massive 2.5 second penalty somewhere along the line. That's going to put him right to the back of the lineup there. It's going to be hard to recover from that one.
Yeah, especially with the penalty burn zone being at the start of the long straight to the finish, and he's going to lose a lot more than 2.5 seconds.
It looks like Adam is throwing tyre wear caution to the wind, and and is trying to just get a gap and nurse those tyres home at the end.
Well, the Corvette is a good platform for drifting, so are we going to see some drifting action from Adam?
Yeah, we may do towards the end of the race. It's, Goat and Apex hostilities have resumed as per normal. Those two guys love to race together and are usually at the pointy end of the field, so we don't. There's nothing unusual about that except for the fact that Adam's in front of them by a second and a half. So it's great to see Adam back, and it's great to see him driving well. So we're super happy about that.
Yeah, super happy about that as well. He deserves this kind of result.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job with the highlights package for this week because we couldn't stream last week. So Adam's done a great job putting together the highlights package from last week from Div 1. So big shout out to Adam for putting that together. It was really good. But Polyphonica has gotten their proverbial stuff together and has fixed it pretty quickly. So we're super stoked about that. Seca's taking up fourth there, and he's being harassed by Corbin in that Drive 25 SimSports Skyline. And KZ, oh no! As Dale has just been rotated. That looked like there might have been some contact there. He was dead set in a straight line and then just 90-degree right angle to the track. So there might be some discussions had at the end of this race. It's
spicy indeed, and that's not going to do a lot of favors for his tire as well.
No, certainly not. Let's see. Head on back up to the back on up to the front of the field and see what the gap's like. So still 1.4 seconds. Goat and Apex is still nose to tail.
Apex is closer than ever.
Yeah, he's certainly harassing Goat there, that's for sure. And Seca's in that Scuderia Portfolio Jag has really come along in the last couple of seasons. I remember when Seca's joined the league and he was racing against me in Div 4, and he was very strong. Yeah, no, not fair at all. He's definitely come a long way, and it's great to see him, holding his own in Div 1. He's had a couple of wins in Div 1 already this season. So yeah, it's great to see him driving so well. Super supportive guy, super helpful. So great to see him getting some good results.
Yeah, and on the opposite side of that, Corbin falling back to the front bumper of KZ.
Corbin's tyres are looking horrendous. He's on lap 4 and they're already over halfway gone.
KZ might have a look up the inside. No. He's still opting to just stick behind Corbin and saves the tyres for the end of the race. What else we got? We got Scooter. This within a second of KZ.
Yeah, Tombo he's also a controller driver, and his tyres are reflecting the controller tyre wear issues. On lap 5, these guys are about halfway through their tyres, but as the tyres run down, they wear more quickly because there's less grip, more understeer, more push, more tyre wear. So the first half of the tyre lasts a bit longer than the second half of the tyre. So we should start to see some swerving happening pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think it's being reflected that Adam's slowing down. The gap between Adam and Goat is down to 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, Goat's tyres are looking significantly better than the two drivers around him. So I would imagine that Goat is going to start to pull away from Apex and start to reel Adam in the next couple of laps. So he's looking significantly better. then especially Adam. Adam is, he must have a very good tyre sponsor. Let's put it that way. So he's chewing those tyres like that. He doesn't have to pay for them. So.
Yeah, while we're talking about that, Casey's just done Corbin for 5th.
And yeah, Corbin trying to get back.
He's looking close. A bit of oversteer on Casey.
It's going to be hard for Corbin to fight back against KZ as he tries to stick it up the inside, going through the sweeper.
Bit of contact.
Little love tap there. Lucky to get away with that one. These are the corners which really going to hurt. These left-hand corners, that right front, really under a lot of pressure.
Alex Albon corner. Not gonna do it. Overtake.
And now Scooter right on the back of Corbin, and looking like his tyres are in desperate need of some relief as well. 3 controller guys there, Corbin, Scooter and Tombo, all really struggling.
Yeah, they're really struggling.
Race.
Although I think Scooter's using a G2 now, but still, those tyres are not looking.
But they're not looking fantastic. So head up to the front here. We've got Adam, Goat. He's looking pretty good on tyres, and Apex is not too bad, but struggling a little bit. And yeah, Adam, I don't see him holding off Goat.
Now Goat's pulling away from Apex, and he's reeling Adam in. The gap is now 1 second.
Yeah, but it's coming down really quickly now, so a little bit of tyre left. The Goat's just got to be patient and wait for the next lap or 2 laps time, and he'll just breeze by Adam
through Alex Albon corner. The gap is already below the second. In fact, it's approaching to half a second. And in the slip, that Porsche is absolute weapon.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an advantage in this track, more so than other tracks, but it certainly looks like it's about time for Goat to hit the front.
Yeah, that advantage is being displayed here. Go round the outside of Adam. Adam holding ground. Inside
switchback. Good run out of this corner, and Goat just
set a S. Goat's setting up for the straight. Inside line. Easy side by side enough. Yeah, that should do. That should do.
Oh, very, very late, and he's going to push it wide.
Don't lose it, Adam. Valiant effort, but oh my goodness, look at Adam's. Adam's front tires are absolutely battered.
Yeah, they're gone. Apex's right front is gone.
Yep. That means Adam has just arrived in Understeer City.
Yes. Corbin is no front tyres. Scooter no front tyres. Squid no front tyres. Tombo no front tyres.
Yeah, I'm sensing a bit of a theme here.
Zuzu's not doing too bad in the Mercedes. DJ a little bit of left front left, and the right front on the Suzuki is looking very, very bad. Back up to the front, and Goat has done a marvellous job of tyre preservation, and he looks like he's going to be able to pull out a gap and then nurse that Porsche home for the last lap.
Yeah, gap's already 2 seconds, 2 seconds big. But keeping that Porsche in check in low tire wear, that's another story.
Yeah, the Porsche's probably a little bit better than some of the FR cars with worn tyres, but it's still a mission to get the thing around when you've got no rubber.
while Adam and Apex still close within each other. Apex struggling to get past Adam despite Apex having just a bit of a tire advantage over Adam.
Yeah, he I think that
Arriving
tire
at the
advantage is just
infield.
about to disappear. You can see it going down, the little white strip is just about to disappear. So under brakes, I think the, yeah, it's gone. There it goes.
It's gone. Oh, look at that. Apex is already struggling with the oversteer.
That hybrid ag drive 25 Skyline looks like it's an absolute handful.
Missing the Apex. Oh, this is painful, very painful. And in other news, Guild's rear right tire is officially gone.
Yeah, that's one thing about Goatus. He can drive a car in so many different ways and still make it fast. You know, he can steer with the rear. He can brake early and be smooth. He can, you know, like he's able to maximize the car just by changing his driving style, which is just, you know, something that most other drivers struggle to do. So, you know, but it's why he's, you know, one of the best drivers in our league.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no taking that away from him.
No, looks like
It's gonna be plain sailing again for Guild. Meanwhile, Sekas and Casey holding their places nice and comfy.
And Sekas is making great inroads into that gap to Apex right now. They're not careful.
Apex and Adam really struggling. Oh, look at that, Apex with a squirrely exit yet again. As we now jump on board with Goat, he's gonna finish in first yet again for the second time tonight here in Interlagos.
But if Adam can hold off Apex, which it looks like he will. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That will be another points advantage to the Goat. So, great result there. Not only finishing in front of Apex, but another driver in between them. Is certainly going to make a big difference to the championship points.
Another good result for Scuderia Portfolio. It's Sekas in 4th, Casey in 5th, Corbin in 6th, Scooter 7th, Squid in 8th, Tumbo 9th, Sue 10th, Stefka 11th, Jonesy 12th, and Dale just finished 13, just finished.
Yes, great result there for the CP Motorsport driver in PLE Goat. Great job, fantastic. And Adam as well, another podium, and Apex, great job there jumping on the podium. Thanks a lot. And we're going to take this opportunity really quickly to thank our sponsors, our major sponsor, Permobile. We're going to run some ads and we should be back very soon. Without our sponsors, we can't do what we do, so we'd like to give them the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about what they do and their products, and we'll be back very shortly.
scrub again with Easy Clean. Whether it's the shower or bath, grouting, patio, or even the kitchen sink, Easy Clean's advanced surface treatments restore, protect and seal surfaces, reducing your cleaning time by up to 90%. With their lifetime guarantee, you can restore your surfaced areas to their original sparkling condition with effortless ease. Call 1300 146 136 or visit easyclean.com.au today. That's EZICLEEM.com.au. Easy Clean today for an easier clean tomorrow.
I'm a gamer, a foodie, a boss lady. I am sporty, outdoorsy, outspoken. I am fashion. I am old-fashioned. What I am not is the same. But none of us are. We are all individuals with unique interests, needs, and goals.
We believe that everyone should have the right to live the life they want for themselves.
Whether it be exploring the world,
Dog walking,
or binge watching their favorite show.
So instead of searching for the things that we do the same,
Let's champion the things that set us apart.
Because we're not innovating for disabilities.
We're innovating for individuals.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're just about to get race 3 underway. We have a short qualifying session followed by a race split in 2 halves. Mediums and hards are necessary. Pit stop is mandatory, and we're about to get the show on the road. So let's get this quali happening.
Just waiting for the prompt. And there we are. And I think Adam jumped the gun. Yep, he did jump the gun. Or not. So out on track, Adam and Corbin, who just did a bit of a drifting display. As why is no one coming out?
They're just going to start. They're going to change the room settings.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and then start quali. So we're away.
There's a clash.
Short 5-minute qualifying session. And then it will be, what do you start on? Mediums? Do you start on hards? How long do you run them for? How fast are they? Lots of options.
Well, my personal opinion, you want to use the softer tires when your car is light. So I would use them at the second half of the race, regardless of where I start. However, starting on mediums is also a good idea. Pull away from the field and then just do a few laps on hards. Minimize hard tire running as much as possible.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on the car too. Some of the cars are better on the hard tyre than others, so that you might see some of the drivers in cars that really take to the hards start on hards and hopefully keep up with the medium guys, and then swap to the mediums later in the race when the fuel load's lighter. And then you might see, some of the guys who qualify up the front try and run away with it. So Adam pulls over to the side. We get a fantastic look at that V-course delivery as he takes off in the Corvette. Beautiful.
Fantastic. Looking Corvette indeed.
As Dale crosses the line, he's going to start us off. He's going to be the first one to register a lap. Followed by DJ Stefko McLaren.
I'm going to stay on board with Dale and see how he tackles Interlagos. Mustang. Haven't
Talk
seen
around
this
this.
car in a very long time. When's the last time a Mustang raced Div 1 here in Milton? I think it was during the Viboost days.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Why don't you talk us around the talk us
through
around
turn
the lap?
4, taking the exit to curb, nice and easy. Upshift to 5th. Just gonna trail brake through this uphill right. 4th gear, use the exit curb as much as possible. Down the gears, 3rd, 2nd. Oh, early upshift to 3rd. Now coming up to Alex Albon corner. Hits the apex beautifully, staying 2nd for the exit. Downhill left, bit of a lift to keep the car in check. Coming up to is that block corner, hit the apex, get out the throttle as early as you can. Oh, bit of an oversteer from the Mustang, very characteristic. Now it's just a straight dash to the finish, easy, gonna stay to the left hand side of the track. Not as much as I would like, and that's a 1:31.6 for Dale.
Yeah, it's not a bad time there as Tombo just goes to the top and then goes to the top.
1:30.888. I like that. Lucky numbers.
Big shout out to Seckers there with the 888.
Yeah, 8's also a lucky number in Chinese culture. Shout out to that.
Yeah. It's great to see Tombo near the front. That's fantastic. And Adam also up near the front. He's having a great round in that Corvette.
Apex starting 4th. It hasn't been the round for Apex, but he's got. I think they have time for one more lap.
Yeah, they should get one more in. Might even be able to get 2.
Dale and Stefko decide, nope, that's it for my qualifying. Jonesy got around faster than Corbin. Let's see if Corbin will improve on that. Starting 12th, not very important start. So who's going to be the first across the line? I think it's going to be Tombo.
Yeah.
Yep, Tombo's going to be the first. Whoa, oversteer that out of is that block. Let's see if he's going to improve. Coming up to the finish line, stay the left hand side of the track. No improvements. And Scooter improved, Goat improved, Tech has improved. How about Apex here? He's going to cross the line any minute now. Apex improved. He improved, but not enough. Oh, they have one more lap. For some of the drivers at least.
Looks like Apex has not made the cutoff.
Oh no, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for quality. Yeah, that's it.
Very confusing without the countdown clock.
Yeah.
It's Goat with another pole position, having a great round.
He is. He's loving it.
Now the decision comes. What do you start on? What do you run first? How long do you run on these tyres? How many laps can you do on mediums before they go bad? When do you stop? Do you save fuel? Man, there's lots of spicy little
thinking. Yeah.
spicy little sprinkles on the top of this race, that's for sure.
But in the meantime, we can show you, ladies and gentlemen, the grid. Goat again on pole, followed by Tombo in 2nd, Apex in 3rd, Adam in 4th, Scooter 5th, Secker 6th, Corbin 7th, Sue in 8th, Casey 9th, Dale 10th, Stefko 11th, Jonesy 12th, and Squid 13th. The only driver to register a 132.
Yeah, great driving there by the Div 1 guys. Those guys are pretty fast on the medium tyre. So
Up here we go. Any minute now until we can see what tyres our drivers will be starting on. And let's have a look right now and inform you, ladies and gentlemen. So, first, second, third, top 3 up to start on the mediums, and the rest started on hards.
So we should see a gap from these top 3 guys. Lights on, lights out, we're away. Goat gets a good start. Tombo straight up the inside. Adam, another great start in that Corvette. The 2 guys on the inside should... Adam, looks like Goat's going to come across with a great dive. That's a fantastic move from out there. Guarding that first position as Tombo slots into second, Apex into third, and Adam P10 into fourth. That was a great sweeping move there from Goat into turn 1. Fantastic. I thought he was going to get hung around the outside there for sure.
A bit of a late bump draft from Tombo to Goat, and we expect the top 3 to pull away. So Adam's going to lead the hard time train from 4th.
Yeah, it's a shame Adam couldn't get in front of one of those medium guys and hold him up. That would have been a huge advantage.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
We should expect these 3 guys in the front here
bit of oversteer there.
to pull away. Let's hope these Drive 25 guys don't decide to
fight each other,
gang up on my teammate here and cause mischief. So,
yeah, the last thing you want to do is to do a Milo.
Yeah. Let's not do a
Apex drifting at the exit of his that block. He's been doing that a lot tonight.
He's not really. He's not really having trouble, but he's just not as dominant and as seamless as we're used to seeing him in this skyline. I think the
meanwhile, KZ looking up to take 6th place from Scooter, as he has done.
So a little bit of laggage happening in the back there. It's, Scooter in the Aston Martin, I think he's the only privateer running that car this season. So
Aston, yeah,
to see that.
I think that's it. Yep.
So
again, the Scuderia Jaguars running together. I have to say that's a very good, that's a good delivery. Well done,
they've done a great job with deliveries this year. All the cars look fantastic. Even the privateer guys have done great jobs with their liveries. So shout out to all the livery geniuses out there who spend hours putting these together for our, for the teams and for our drivers. We appreciate it. It makes the stream look fantastic. It makes the league look fantastic. And it also shouts out to our sponsor, major sponsor Permobile, and all of our other sponsors and team sponsors as well. So thanks heaps, guys. We appreciate it.
And finally, shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. Don't forget to press that like button if you like what you see. And if you want in on the action, press that subscribe button. And I think there's going to be a link to our Facebook page and Discord in the description.
Yeah, guys, it's never too late to start racing with wheel to wheel. Don't think you can't jump in mid-season. If you want to register, jump on the Discord, jump into the Getting Started page, and find out what's involved. It's really easy, and everyone's really friendly, and obviously you're not going to have to race these aliens straight away, so don't be scared. We do have multiple divisions for different levels of drivers, and everyone's welcome regardless of your experience or skill level. So jump on in, and we hope to see you guys soon.
Yes, we are a good bunch of people, aren't we?
Absolutely. Just ask us, we'll tell you.
Back to the racing. I think everyone's behaving themselves.
Looks
like
like
much has happened.
Looks like Goat has got this Porsche just absolutely hooked up around Interlagos today. He's out to a 1.5 second, just over 1.5 second lead over Tombo, who's leading Apex around. And those guys are, as we expected, gapping Adam, who's the first of the hard tyre running drivers.
When can we expect the hard tyre runners to pit?
Well, I think about lap 8, I would imagine. I think, is it about the earliest I think we could see as Goat is, you know, in the 130s on mediums. You know, like he's not fast at all. Lap 8, I think lap 8 is around about when you'll see the medium guys come in. Lap 8 to 10, depending on, you know, what's happening in the race.
They don't want to spend too much time on the hardest tire.
Yeah, I think it's about when your delta time switches over. So when you start to really lose time on the mediums and you're running slower than you will be on fresh hards, that's the optimum time to swap. So it'll be a little bit different for each car and each driver. But I think between lap 8 and lap 10, I think is when we'll see them switch.
Yeah, we shall see, as we are still in lap 4 of 20. Nice.
Oh,
so,
big moment there for Goat. Big moment in that tricky little corner. That's a tricky corner for the MR cars, that one there. As Tombo and Apex are starting to get a little bit frisky back there in second and third. I think Apex wants to get past, and I don't think Tombo's gonna oblige him that well because, you know.
I wonder if they're. Are they in chat? Are they in team chat together?
I think they have. I think that Tombo's moved over there and let Apex through. So
there you go. Could have done that maybe like a lap or two earlier, but I'm not the strategist. Moving on.
Yeah, great team driving by those guys. That frees up Apex, but I think it might be a little bit too late. I think the Goat has bolted.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds.
They're going to really struggle going to struggle to pull him back.
Meanwhile, Adam's on his own. 3.5 seconds behind Tombo, 1.5 seconds ahead of Sekis. So I don't think there's a hard tire train. Apart from what's happening in 9th, Squidly. From Squidly in 9th up to 12th.
Yeah, you got 4 guys at the back. We're starting to get a bit spicy here. You got the 2 damn Mexican Mustangs, the Team Dodgy McLaren and the 13R Suzuki, all nose to tail, and all seem to be behaving themselves at the moment, but I think it's going to get spicy pretty quickly.
I was just listening to the drone of the Suzuki VGT. Lovely sound.
It sounds amazing.
And it's very unusual to see an open-top racing car in general.
Yeah, the in-car view on that thing is fantastic.
And look at the window banner, it's so tiny compared to the rest of the fleet.
Just imagine driving that thing in real life. You would just like your head would get smashed by the wind so bad.
And I think the helmet's just the helmet's above the windscreen. So don't roll it over. Don't roll it.
It's we've got Zoo there at the back at 9.5 seconds back. There must have been some kind of incident or maybe a significant penalty to drop Zoo back that far. That's fairly unusual for him to be that far off the back.
It's bigger penalty. I don't know if he's gonna get a livery penalty or not. But moving on, Squid, Dale, and Stefko getting comfortable close within each other. Stefko just sniffing Dale's rear bumper. Adam's Albon corner, not looking for the overtake, might look for the cutback. It's not strong enough. Ooh, almost had him there. Coming up to is that block corner. Let's see what happens at the straight. Dale should get a bit of slip from Squid in front. But Steph goes really close. Is he gonna make a move? Oh, look up down the inside. Dale Can he hold it? Dale with switchback. They're still side by side. Contact door to door. Nothing wrong with that. Still side by side into turn 4. Will continue. Dale defending the inside line. Will Stefko break late, take it around the outside? No, that's not going to happen. Oh, a bit of an oversteer.
Big wiggle.
Yeah, if the wheels touch that curb, that's bound to happen.
That's put him back into the clutches of Jonesy and Suzuki, so it's like Meanwhile, Goat's pulling away. Usual stuff. 2.8 seconds between him and Apex, and Apex has left Tombo behind. 2 seconds behind, to be exact. Yeah, 3-second lead for Goat now. He's just walking away with this one at the moment. No one's really got a reply for his outright pace on the medium tyre. Someone's going to have to try maybe an early stop or an overcut or an undercut to try and get track position on him and make something happen that way. But at the moment, looks like this is Goat's race to lose. And now that I've said that, I'm not talking about Goat for the rest of the race because I don't want to curse him.
And speaking of pits, we've just entered your pit window for the hard tire runners. We have just started lap 8 of 20.
Yeah, I think we might see a couple of guys come in at the end of this lap, and we'll have to wait and see, but we should see them start to pit very, very shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on Adam. He's currently in no man's land, 4.5 seconds behind Tombo, 2.6 seconds in front of Sekis. He's just running his own race by his lonesome. Is he going to pit this lap? In terms of fuel, I think he's got some to spare, a bit of splash and dash.
Yeah, Sekis looks fine on fuel. I think he won't have any trouble. Goat looks fine. Apex looks fine. Tombo's fine as well.
Yeah, so Adam
does have significantly less than everyone else, just about.
Corvette might be thirsty with that LSV8. Is he coming in? Yes, he is. Followed by Sekis and KZ. Corbin going out for another lap. Scooter's in. Squid's in. Dale's in. Steph goes in. Jonesy's in. And finally, is Stu going to come in as well? Yes, he is.
I think the Corbin being on the controller, I think he's probably going to run these hard with maybe a lap or two longer to try and get the mediums to last.
Yeah.
A little bit longer because his tyre wear is a little bit worse than some of the other drivers. So he might go an extra lap on the hards, hoping that the mediums will be better for him at the end.
As the first of the drivers who entered the pits exit the pits, and the Scuderia duo has overtaken Adam.
Yeah, they've jumped him in the pits. Adam's had the fuel.
I think Adam decided to take on more fuel so he can drive more aggressively.
Yeah, I think looking at his fuel before the pit stop, it was touch and go whether he was going to make it to the end on the fuel he had. So I think he's maybe done a safety splash just to ensure that he's not going to run out of fuel, and then he can run full mixture, full fuel all the way to the end. But now he's lost track position and he's got two scooted rear quadrifolio Jags in front of him that he has to deal with.
Yeah. I wonder if Sekis and Casey are going to play the team game. If so, Casey's going to have to make that rear end very wide and not let Adam pass. Battle of the V8, supercharged V8 versus naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah, the Jags are definitely no slouch in a straight line, so I don't think Adam will have a big advantage there, but Corbin comes in on lap 9 to change over to mediums. No fuel, just tyres, and he's away.
is Corbin gonna end up? In terms of track position, Corbin coming out of the pits in 7th place. Plenty of gap between him and Scooter, so that should do for him at least.
We've got Goat at the front now, out to a 4.5 second lead.
Oh, that is huge.
Over Apex, who's got a 4-second lead on Tombo. And then the first of the hard runners, Sekka's 30 seconds behind those guys.
I think Tombo's got an issue. Yep, oversteer
no.
at the exit of Is That Glock. Unlucky.
Might have run a bit wide there and put a wheel on the grass. That's all it takes at that corner. Is he going to pit now?
Oh, so Apex gonna look for the undercut on Goat.
Yeah, they have to try
Undercut's
something.
not gonna. Yeah, undercut. I don't think that's gonna happen unless something incredibly horrible happens to Goat.
I think Goat's probably going to go another couple of laps on these mediums.
Yeah, those tires can afford it. So it's only tires, no fuel for Apex. And where's Tombo gonna oh, he's exiting the pits now, but yep, the two Scuderia drivers have jumped Tombo courtesy of that mistake.
Yeah, Tombo will be very upset with himself that he's made that mistake.
And now he is in the mid-pack with hard tires while the rest of the drivers around him are on mediums. He's in big trouble.
It's going to be a recipe for a bit of disaster there. But, you know, Tombo's a fast driver, so there's a chance that he could definitely make up some spots. But we'll have to see how that goes towards the end of the race.
While that's going on, I think we have two battle packs forming. So from 3rd to 5th of Sekka's, KZ, and Adam. I think there's another one. Oh, never mind that. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th, that's the closest battle we got at the moment.
Goat's going around again. He's doing another lap. So this will be his 12th lap. And,
yeah, she'll be right.
Another lap, maybe. His lap times are dropping down into the 32, so he might decide that enough's enough and swap into the hards, especially trying to cover off that trying to cover off that pit stop by Apex. He might stop just to try and cover that off.
Meanwhile, Adam's hot on KZ's tail. Adam's got enough overspeed, and KZ's got a bit of assistance from Sekka's in the form of slipstream. And Adam's is that a purple sector one? Adam's still following the two Jaguars. Uphill right, coming up to the technical part of the track.
And looks like Goat is into the pit lane.
He's coming in.
Yep. Navigates the pit lane perfectly. Looks like it should just be tyres, no fuel for Goat. And looks like Apex.
It was a 4-second gap when Apex went in between him and Goat, right?
Yeah, 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, I believe it was.
Apex is just approaching the finish line now. Goat is already exiting the pits. Yeah, that's easy to go. A lot of breathing space. No problem. Fastest lap still by Goat with a 1:30.804. No one running the mediums. No one running the mediums at the moment. Have broken that. The closest is KZ, in fact, 1:39.79.
So it looks like Goat has picked up another half second during that crossover attempt there by Apex, and he's out to a 5-second lead now. So. And he's going to have the
it that MRs are now strong around Interlagos? During the GT Sport days, it was basically a one-make Supra one-make races. The daily races. Things have changed.
I think the tyre model and the way that they've changed, that the cars are not way more even. The MR cars in GT Sport were nightmarish to drive anywhere when there was any elevation change or anything off camber. They just wanted to snap oversteer you into oblivion when soon as you come up the brake. But it's definitely even things out, and it's definitely made more cars, more drivable in the game, which is great. It means there's more variety, it means there's more choice, and we get to see more different cars on the grid, so I think it's
definitely. We want to drive more cars, and I think Adam just touched Casey's rear bumper, a bit of contact there into turn 1, but no positions changed so far. Seconds is slowly pulling away from Casey and Adam.
It's great for Seconds to bump up there into the podium positions. It just goes to show you how super competitive Div 1 is. I mean, Tombo was in the front group, pulling away. Looks like he was right on track for a podium, makes one mistake and then gets bumped out to 10th.
Just checking in on Tombo right now, he is struggling to get past Squid. Yeah, because Tombo's on a hard tire and he's in the mid pack. Not a good scenario to be in.
Yeah, he's just it's just so competitive in this division, as well as other divisions in the league, but especially in Div 1. You make a mistake, you get absolutely punished for it. It's just getting out of track position and then having to battle with other cars. It just makes the race so hard. Especially when you're on the alternate tyre strategy. So unlucky there for Tombo, but he'll bounce back, no doubt.
Yep. And checking back in with the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th. I just saw an overtake attempt from Adam on KZ. KZ defended that aggressively, very aggressively. So no position change.
Yeah, the Scuderia Quadrifoglio boys are taking no prisoners, and they are making those Jags super wide.
Seconds just slowing down a bit to provide slip assistance for KZ.
They don't want to let Corbin back into the party, but I mean, these guys. Adam tries a big sweeping undercut there, but no joy. But yeah, the rate these guys are going, they're going to invite Corbin into the party, and he's on a fresher set of tyres. So we just have to wait and see what happens if these guys invite Corbin back into the party.
We're just about to have 5 laps of racing left. Adam with an oversteering exit out of June South, not ideal, so that's going to give some breathing space for KZ as he's gaining seconds. I would imagine these two are going to fight. That's just unnecessary. Whoa, Adam really close up to KZ's rear bumper.
Yeah, it looks like KZ's holding him up now, and Adam's getting a little bit impatient. This could be a recipe for,
Adam went wide. That's some dirty air action there, and Corbin's now within a second of Adam as he sets up from the sector 1. So yeah, Corbin might be in the mix in the next few laps, I would imagine.
Yeah, hopefully he can get there with a little bit of tyre left, so that he can battle with these guys.
Disregard what I said. Corbin's already in the mix.
Right there.
So what are seconds Casey and Adam gonna do? Are they just gonna forget their battle, pull away from Corbin? I would imagine though, because like you said, Corbin's Corbin's got fresher tyres.
It's yeah, I think Sekis might want to drop the hammer now if he can.
Oh, Adam, not. Yeah, he's not helping himself by having that oversteer moment.
This
it's going to invite Corbin to do an overtake.
Skyline's got some great straight line speed, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see a dive up the inside.
See a dive? No, nothing Tombo-esque. Man, these guys have been close within each other for a few laps now.
Yeah, it's been some hard racing here for the last spot on the podium. The two guys up the front have walked away. 5 seconds go to Apex and 5 seconds back to Sekis.
They're just doing their own stuff.
That's the that's the Goat and Apex show. We'll just watch the rest of the guys. But it looks like Sekis has decided to pull his finger out and has gotten a little bit of a gap there, a half a second gap from KZ. Just going to see if Adam or Corbin can do anything about these two portfolio Jags.
Okay, in the team, Casey's known as the dictator, so he's going to be tough to beat, tough to attack, because Casey's going to have a strong defense, defending for seconds for that final spot on the podium.
Yeah, KZ is a hard guy to get past at the best of times, let alone with a teammate in front of him to protect. So I would expect it to be very, very difficult for Adam or Corbin to do anything about these two guys in third and fourth.
And not a lot of time left, lap 18 of 20.
Mistakes can be made, penalties can be had. And as the tyres wear down and things become a little more slick, you never know what might happen.
Second's a bit wide there. So's Adam.
He's not help himself. That's the case. He's just all over him now. Adam, big understeer moment there from Sekis there through that corner.
Yeah, Sekis got worse front tyres compared to KZ.
He's just absolutely pushed the front tyres all the way through that corner. They're screaming for mercy.
Sekis having a few cracks on his wall. If this continues, I wonder if KZ demands Sekis to pull over and let him go past and switch positions, essentially. So if this keeps up, it's not helping either of them.
Yeah, Sekis just seems to be able to get a good run out of that last corner onto the straight. It's really keeping him at the front of the pack here. And then he kind of just holds them off for the rest of the lap. So it's see if he can maintain his position here. Hopefully he won't.
Despite the issues from Sekis, these two are pulling away from Adam easily as Adam goes wide at the exit of turn 3.
Adam.
And cops a 1.5 second penalty for good measure.
And his tyres are looking horrible.
Yeah, looking horrible. And I reckon that's a sign to stop spectating Adam and start spectating Corbin.
Yeah, and fuel. Sekis is just flashing red. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Corbin's.
Corbin as well. Check the guys at the front. Goat is looking quite low on fuel, but he's got enough of a gap where I think he can just button it off and bring it home for the last lap. I think he'll be fine. Apex looks okay. Sekis, Adam looking fantastic on fuel, but it looks like I think he did fuel with a pit stop. So that's going to hurt so bad, that penalty.
Heartbreaking for Adam. Oh, Scooter with a half a second penalty. That's going to invite Dale to do something about it. So Dale gaining on Scooter very quickly. Scooter defending the inside line. There's still space on the inside, but Dale chooses the outside line. They're side by side to the center S. Is Dale gonna take 7th place? Oh, brilliant defense from Scooter. He keeps 7th.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to keep Dale at bay. But these guys are looking pretty even on tyres and fuel.
Oh, look at this fight, but now the Scuderia boys are fighting. They're free to fight. They have a bit of a gap from themselves to Corbin.
Second front right-hand tyre is just gone. As he
it's gone. Casey
all the way through that corner.
Casey's probably got like a millimeter left, judging by the graphics. Of what we can see anyway. However, again for the third and final time, we're gonna jump to the front.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Absolute domination.
Back to back. CP Motorsport. PLE Goat in the Porsche. Giving us a wiggle. Giving us a flash. Good job, Goat. And he comes across the line in first position. Apex Humper in second. As he comes across the line, just runs out of fuel as he goes across the line.
Alright, who's going to take the place? Is it going to be enough of a slip for Casey? Absolutely not.
No,
but that is a fantastic result for the Scuderia boys.
Yeah, third and fourth.
Open in 5th, Adam unfortunately in 6th. Scooter holds 7th place from Dale. Squid in 9th. Tombo unfortunately in 10th. Stefko 11th. Jonesy 12th. And we're just gonna wait for Zoo to cross the finish line any moment now.
With a bit of a forgettable race there from Zoo, but there's always next week.
But there you have it. A clean sweep from Goat.
Yeah, happy hunting ground in Sao Paulo, Brazil for the PLE Motorsport driver Goat. And it's great to see a CP Motorsport car on the top of the podium. Does my heart a wondrous good, being a CP Motorsport driver myself. So great job, Goat. Fantastic job. Great job for all the guys who finished on the podium, and a big shout out to Adam V10. Great round this round, man. Congratulations. You've done a super good job in that Corvette. And it's glad to see you back and driving well. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our major sponsor, Permobile. Without sponsors, we can't run these streams and we can't run these races. So big shout out to those guys, and big shout out to the team sponsors as well in Hybrid Agriculture, Easy Clean, 180 Embroidery, AWS Excavations, and I think that's it for the team sponsors. I don't think I've forgotten anybody. Apologies if I have.
I think you got it there on the ball.
Yeah, so big thanks to all those guys, and we're going to wrap this up. We're going to have some champagne showers there in the PLE pit and in the CP Motorsport pit. And
is Goat old enough to drink champagne?
Well, it's non-alcoholic champagne. It's bubbly, but you can't get drunk. So congratulations again to Goat. Congratulations to Apex as well for a couple podiums there, and a big shout out to all the Div 1 drivers. We appreciate you guys. Big thanks to Chris. Thanks and welcome back, mate. Hopefully we'll hear your dulcet tones on commentary more regularly this season.
And I hope to see to get on track as soon as possible.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Herbs. Thank you very much, mate. We love your work on the visuals. You are the guy behind the scenes that no one really hears or sees. But without this, without you, we can't do this. So big thanks and big shout out to you.
Thanks, guys. Pleasure. See you next time.
And
and stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned to our YouTube channel because we have Division 2 coming up in a few minutes time. with Herbs again on visuals. Doing double duty tonight.
Yeah,
another shout out to you there, Herbs.
Champion effort, and I think Chris is pulling more comms duties on Div 2, the Div 2 race as well. So
yeah, got a slot there, so why not?
Excellent. And
also CD's there, so who can deny CD?
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully I'll have a good race in that division as well. So thanks a lot, guys, and good afternoon. And stay tuned for Div 2. And remember, 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Thank you to Permobile, our major sponsor. We're gonna see you guys next week. We're out.
Yep. See you guys, and don't forget to wash your hands.